Babylon should not exist, and yet you are standing inside it, alive, louder than any city in the ancient world. The year is 600 BC. Behind you, a desert road that stretches for weeks. Ahead, walls so massive, so high, that chariots move along their tops. This is not a ruin, this is not a legend, this is Babylon, and it is very much alive. The moment you pass through the Ishtar Gate, the city hits you not as architecture, as force, a wall of life. Babylon may have been the first city in history to reach 200,000 people. In a world where most cities held 10,000, this was unimaginable. This was not just a large city, this was a city that should not have worked. On your left, merchants from Egypt, from India, from the far edges of the known world. Spices, textiles, gold, animals no one here had ever seen before. The air is thick, cedar wood from Lebanon, cinnamon from India, fish drying in the Euphrates sun. On your right, the processional way, a road 1 kilometer long, lined with lions carved in glazed brick. This was not a street, this was a statement. We are Babylon, and we are eternal. At the center of the city stood Etemenanki, the house of the foundation of heaven and earth. 7 levels, each one smaller than the last, rising nearly 90 meters into the sky. For centuries, people believed this structure was a myth until they found its foundation. This was the Tower of Babel, not a metaphor, not a story, a real building, visible from days away. At the top, a temple to Marduk. Only priests could enter, only on certain nights, only when the sky allowed it. Because in Babylon, the sky was not decoration. The sky was a language, and it was from the top of this tower that they first began to understand it. Babylonian astronomers tracked Venus for over 21 years. They discovered an 18-year cycle of lunar eclipses and predicted them before they happened. They divided the sky into 12 parts, created what we now call the zodiac. Their mathematicians worked in base 60, 60 seconds, 60 minutes, 360 degrees. The next time you check the time, that is Babylon. You're still living inside their system. And beneath the city, an engineering network of canals so precise it turned desert into farmland, feeding hundreds of thousands. One clay tablet contains a geometric calculation that would not appear again in the West for 1400 years. But Babylon's most radical invention was not science, it was law. Around 1750 BC, King Hammurabi ordered 282 laws carved into stone. Some seem brutal, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But look closer. For the first time in history, power had limits. For the first time, a king was bound by rules written in public. For the first time, a merchant could point and say, "This is not fair, and here is the proof." This idea would outlive Babylon itself. Babylon did not just use money, it systemized it. Contracts, loans, interest, a system that still exists today. Clay tablets record deals that read like modern banking documents. The Egibi family ran a banking dynasty in Babylon for over 5 generations. Their archive of 1,700 clay tablets is the world's first financial record. It is no coincidence that the most famous book ever written about wealth, The Richest Man in Babylon, was set here. This was not trade, this was infrastructure, an economy too advanced for its time. And then, the gardens, the hanging gardens of Babylon, one of the most famous wonders of the ancient world. Terraces of impossible greenery rising above the desert. And here is the problem, we have never found them, not a single trace. The most famous wonder of the ancient world might never have existed, or worse, it existed and vanished completely. Babylon brought together people from across the known world. Sumerians, Akkadians, Assyrians, Persians, Egyptians, and different languages, different gods, one city. Babylon was not just a place, it was a system that worked, a system that should have lasted forever. And that is exactly the problem, because in the next episode, we will watch it collapse. We will follow the night the gates opened, not to merchants, but to an army. We will see how Cyrus the Great took the city without destroying it, how Alexander the Great tried to rebuild it and failed, how its people slowly left, how its walls were dismantled, how its temples turned into dust, until the most powerful city in the world became a memory. And a question remains: if Babylon was this advanced, how could it disappear at all?